Raise your hand if our one-to-one calls are productive as fuck. Yeah. Raise your hand if I'm a bit of an asshole, but I get the job done and get you guys making money. Yeah.
Can I say something real quick about him?
Oh, fuck. All right, yeah.
No, it's good, bro. I learned more in 15 minutes in our 30-minute call than I do in 90 minutes of a business teacher lecture about business.
Basically, what we learned was with our hooks, there's a few different kind of outliers that kind of really stick out and kind of new decision making that comes with how we script and how we communicate through our hooks and through our value. So one of the biggest things is, Dennis, give me a hook idea. Give me a hook. It doesn't have to be perfect. Just give me a hook that you would say in a talking head video. Go.
If you're trying to lose fat, here are 3 foods you need to stay away from.
That's good. That's good. It gets into what we were about to talk about. But niching down a little bit. I know I put you on the spot, but niching down a little bit. Good. Joe, give me a hook idea for your ICP.
Believe it or not, I started losing weight until I incorporated these 2 things.
No.
That's
good.
Been ripping for me, believe it or not.
That's good. Those work. One of the major things that we need to touch on, that is why I'm giving Danny a gold star and not you, is the number one converters right now are in the first 3 seconds, be able to hit a desire point. You want to give a desirable outcome. You want to touch on the desire before the pain point, right? The pain point is the reason of lack of desire. So you want to call to the desire first. So for an example, for me, it's if you want location and time freedom through your online coaching business, you're probably not there because you're doing this. Then I get to the pain points, right? So I start with the desire, right? Start with the desire, move into the pain points on why they're not at that desired spot. So Joe, you were close, but it'd be more like, believe it or not, getting that healthy and fit physique that you want comes from this. And here's what I learned from being fat, right? You want to start with the desire first, right? So that's been a huge converter. This is something that, as you guys know, like I work for people, I have bigger clients, smaller clients, I got fucking other industries, stuff like that. But I also have my own mentors and people that I look up to and people that I go to for my own business as well, right? Because, 6 figures a month, not enough. We want $1 million a month. So we go to people who are doing $1 million a month, same as you guys come to me. So one of the biggest things is we all tracked a few things, and let me kind of get into this. So I'm going to break down can somebody give me a definition of why we use hooks?
Grabs the attention of whoever you're trying to target, your audience, your ICP.
Yep. Broden, give me a reason we use hooks. But that is correct, Ethan.
Engage audience, because everyone's attention span is really short nowadays. You want to engage them to watch the video.
Ready? What was that one word you said?
Engage?
No. Other one.
Attention span.
Attention. Just attention. Ethan, you said that too. Grab attention. See that? Attention. Without attention, you're broke. Attention is everything. Right? That's why MMA fighters need promoters. Right? That's why basketball players get fucking agents. Right? That's why coaches come to agencies. You need attention. You can either pay for attention or you can use hooks to grab attention. Right? So that's all ads are. Ads are paying for attention. Content is free attention if you use correct hooks. Does that make sense? Right? So attention is dollar. That's what I want you to understand. Having attention is having money. Right? So it's not necessarily about views. So I can kind of pop this up. That being said, if we look here, A is going to be for attention. So attention equals dollars. Oh my gosh. Fuck. Okay. So attention equals dollar, right? V is going to stand for views. Views does not stand for dollar. Can somebody tell me the difference between attention and views?
Does attention increase like the overall like watch time or like how engaged someone is with the piece of content opposed to views?
No. Because views are basically if you get enough, people doing what you just said, watching the video, If the first 10 people who see your video watch it all the way through, it's going to get more views for sure. It's going to get more views. 100%. That's not attention. Attention, the reason attention equals dollars is who's paying us, guys?
People on our ICP.
Say that one word again. The acronym.
People.
That's not acronym. That's a word. Acronym.
No, I'm fucking ICP.
ICP, right? So that means attention equals ICP, which equals dollar. Views equals eyeballs, which equals no dollar. Attention is our ICP. We want only our ICP's eyeballs on us. We don't want random ones. We want these ones. Does that make sense? So this is where hooks come into play. Okay? So as we said, we went over what hooks are, right? So if we get into it, hooks are either our desire or our pain point. But first order of a hook is the desire. Okay, so the first order of having a good hook is hitting a desire. Desires make money. Okay, because people don't pay for fixing a pain point. They don't. They pay for a desire. They pay for the outcome. Right? They aren't paying to, pain point belly fat. They're not necessarily paying for the belly fat to go away. They're paying for the desire of the life and the physique that comes after. Right? So it's the same thing with your content. You need to backtrack and re-diagnose your ICP's desire. It's not to get rid of the pain point. They don't even think about the pain point. What do they think about?
Their goal, the desire, what they want.
Hey, there you go. They don't think about the pain point. They think about the desire. So when you mention the pain point, in, out. Because they're not thinking about the pain. They're thinking about what they want, not what they have. Right? I've had nice cars, but even still, I think about what I want, not what I have. Right? Dennis, when you were getting in great shape, I'm going to say you because you're the only one fucking showing your big ass muscles. For those of you who don't know, Dennis is fucking 360 pounds, 4% body fat. It's nuts. But when you were a fat guy, believe it or not, Dennis was a fat kid. Were you thinking about necessarily getting rid of your belly fat, or were you thinking about getting jacked?
Jacked. Abs.
Joe, were you thinking about, getting rid of your belly fat, or were you thinking about getting in shape and getting a better physique?
Getting in shape.
You didn't picture yourself shredding away the belly fat. You guys pictured yourselves getting jacked and in shape. That's the desire. Do you guys see what I'm talking about here? Does this make sense? Okay. So we're thinking about our desires, not our pain point. So our desire comes first. This is number one. Number two is the pain point. So we go into the desire as the hook and the pain point as why they're not in the desire. So you mention the desire and you fix the pain point. Okay. So here's what you want. Here's why you don't have it, kind of thing. Raise your hand if that makes sense. Thumbs up. Okay. Sweet. Surprisingly, this presentation is actually very simple, but me trying to map it out in ways that would make a lot of sense in the basically dumbest way possible took me a long time. So it took me a long time, but it looks simple. Okay. So with that being said, derivative desires, second order desires, right? So can somebody tell me what a derivative desire is? Does anyone know what a derivative is? Okay, so we're going to put this as a first place. So derivative, we're going to call first place. So what's a first place desire? What's the first thing that pops into somebody's head when they think about X, Y, and Z? We already said it. Getting jacked, getting in shape, right? What's a second order desire?
Taking your shirt off at the beach.
Good. Exactly. Getting jacked is number one. That's the derivative. Second one is taking your shirt off at the beach, feeling healthier, not having brain fog, looking better naked. Second desire. First one, right? So this is the feeling desire. This is the physical desire, right? Does that make sense? Because the feeling comes from the physical. So you want to start with the first desire that enters their head. Okay? So you want to get shredded and lose your body fat and have that fucking dream physique. Why? Maybe to look better on the beach, maybe to look better naked, maybe to have more confidence when you're just in a suit or in a t-shirt. Pain point. You probably don't want to keep tucking your belly fat with a pillow every time you sit down. You probably don't want to have to wear baggy clothes to hide your physique. Right? Pain point. Go into the small pain points. You guys know your ICP's pain points because you probably have them. Right? So from there, now you go. So first desire is buy a new car. Second one would be travel, stuff like that, right? So you want to stack desires. You never want to just name one. You want to double down, right? So Joe, give me a double down desire hook.
If you want to lose body fat and feel more confident and like what you see in the mirror.
Good, right? So for me, it would be simple. If you're a personal trainer and you want time, location, and financial freedom, that's 3 right there. 3 desires, bang. Right? So from there, third order desires. That's status. If you want to shred fat and have that dream physique, so when you look in the mirror, you feel fucking confident about who you are. And when you walk into a room, people see you and go, that guy takes care of himself. Status. Right? So you triple entendre, you triple stack on the desire. So first one, derivative. Second one, second tier. Third one is a status desire. So first desire, physical. Second desire, emotional. Third desire, status desire. Does that make sense? So you can choose to use all 3. You can choose to use 1. You can choose to use 2. Not going to lie, the more you name, so if you go 1, that's going to probably be basic. That's going to be view. That's going to be views, right? You do 2 to 3. Now you're going to get more attention. Why? Somebody tell me why. Danny, tell me why that if you give 1, you get views. If you get 2 to 3, you get attention.
Because with 2 or 3, it relates more to whoever's watching it. It's something that they can actually like feel like you're talking to them because it's more emotional.
That's probably spelt wrong, but it's more specific. If I was typing it, I would have been fine, but because I was using a whiteboard, I knew it. As soon as I started typing, I was like, all right, fuck, it's going to look bad, but it's fine. I make money, not English. You know what I mean? It's fine. So I was at a drive-through the other day with my girlfriend, and this Indian guy fucking was talking to us through the thing. She's like, what the fuck what the fuck did he just say? I was like, babe, I don't know English. I don't think I know what he said. I was like, I could have been perfect English. I don't know. But does that make sense, guys? It's 1 is going to be more view-based. 2 to 3 is going to be more attention-based because it's more specific. Okay? Does that make sense? Okay. So that brings us down here. Uh-oh. Damn it, Danny. I was supposed to have. Okay. Okay, give me a sec. Hold on.
Fuck, my bad.
No, it's fine. It's fine. It was supposed to be a big reveal, but it's fine. All right, what's up?
So for example, in my niche, do you think a good hook would be like, listen, if you're already successful in sales, but you notice that your belly is still sticking out, here's why you're still broke and how we can fix that.
Okay, tell me. You're already successful at sales. Is that a desire?
No.
No. So what's a desire of somebody who's has their belly sticking out, who's already good at sales?
Getting in shape.
Yeah. So here's what we did. Say what you said again.
If you're successful in sales, but you notice that it's hard to shave
No.
that belly fat.
Just say what you said already. Say the first one again. We're gonna fix it.
If you're successful in sales, but you're noticing it's hard to remove that belly, truth is you're still broke, and here's how we fix that.
That's not bad. Here's kind of how I would say that is you might, if you have money, but you have a shitty physique, I'm going to be honest, you're still broke. Here's why. That's a better way to word that, but that kind of goes off the desire thing, right? What we're trying to focus on right now is focusing on their desire. So it's like, ready? If you want to be rich, it's not just about making money in sales. If you want to be rich, desire, it's not just about making money from your sales. It's about second desire. It's about getting in shape and shredding that body fat so that you're rich in physical and financial. Now we're stacking the desires. So now we're at 2. See what I mean? Does that make sense how we kind of restructure that?
Yeah.
If it doesn't make sense, it's fine. I'll reword it. I'll say it again, but in a different way. I want everyone to kind of raise their hand. Does that make sense how we structure that? Because I want it to make sense. I don't want to just say bullshit and you guys I want to give you guys, the reason we're doing this is so that you guys understand it. Does that make sense? Or are there, okay? I can see the kind of gears spinning in your guys' heads on how you would do it for yourselves. Raise your hand if you want to give an example. I don't know, Ethan, if you're using the force or if you're raising your hand. Looked like a Jedi mind trick. You were like, I don't know what the fuck that means, dude. Is that okay?
I'm thinking I had an idea, but like I'm trying to piece together.
So this isn't you trying to mind. You're just pending. This is like your little pending wheel. Okay, Joe, you had your hand up. Ethan, think. Go.
If you're tired of carrying extra body fat and want to feel proud when you look in the mirror and have people notice that you've changed, do these 3 things.
Pause. If you're carrying extra body fat.
Oh, that's not. Never mind. That's like the old hook.
Mm-hmm. You want to be noticed, ready? So you want to be noticed for your hard work, but you're probably struggling with that extra body fat and you want to shred that down. See the small wording switch that makes
yeah. It's just changing the order of like the old version and this version. Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay.
And you always want to start with the desirable, not the pain point. That's why I made this one red and this one green. I told you guys, very simple, but it took me a long time to make this sound stupid. Okay. Does that make sense, Joe?
Yeah.
Okay. Ethan, you done pending or what? You got one?
Yeah, I would say a big one is if you work in the trades and you want to be able to see your grandchildren get old.
Pause. You want to see your grandchildren grow old, but you work in the trades. See how now we're starting with the fucking desire? But what I would do is I would start with a physical, right? Derivative. So you want to start with you want to get in shape so you can see your grandkids grow old, right? That's a first one to a second one. So now it's a physical to an emotional, right? So now we start with you want to get in shape so you can see your grandchildren grow old, but you work in the trades and this.
Okay.
See what I mean? We're doing the physical, emotional, the pain point, working in the trades, fix.
Perfect.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that answers it. Thanks.
Gotcha. Okay. Broden. What I'd recommend is make sure you change your Google name to Broden in your actual name so that when you're joining sales calls with like leads or clients, it doesn't say Leaf. Okay. I like it. Very spiritual, very mysterious, but business owner lock in. Okay. Imagine joining a call with Elon. And it just said Carboy 447.
Well, he's got it. He can do that.
I've got my other one set up, but on my iPad it just goes straight to this. But I'll sort out my other email.
Okay, perfect.
Properly afterwards.
Perfect. Okay. Anyone else want to have a little test run on a hook? Dennis, give me a test run hook.
I'm making one right now in my head.
Can you kind of come up with one about face fat? Because that's a big thing in like my niche. And that's a big thing I can use too.
Okay, ready? You want a jawline and a more attractive face? Bang.
Okay.
So that people look at you and don't think you're fat all the time. Right? That's physical, emotional status. And then solve the pain point of why they're there. Okay? Dennis, you got one? Okay, he's pending. I'm going to move forward, okay? So, before I give the big reveal, anyone want to interrupt again? Danny, no, it was fine. It actually led to a very good question, a very good kind of spiral, so that's fine. You didn't interrupt and just be like, yo, dude, what car should I buy? So it's good, okay? We're going to move on. When you create content, where should you put your energy? Joe.
In the hook. All right.
Spend more time sharpening your axe. Spend more time on the big idea. Has anyone ever heard that quote where it's like, if you give me 2 hours to chop down a tree, I'll spend the first hour and a half sharpening my axe? Right? That's from Lincoln, the president. If you don't know who he is, he did great things. Dennis, you should know who he is. He liberated y'all. Okay? But love you, Dennis. I don't think I've ever had a team call. Like, I don't think I've had one call in my life that I haven't made some sort of race or religion comment. I don't think I ever have. This is why we can't post these on YouTube. Okay? So with that being said, Lincoln said, if you give me 5 hours to chop down a tree, I'll spend 4 sharpening my axe. Right? So spend more time sharpening your axe. Spend more time with the big idea. Right? So spend more time with the pain point and the desire. The pain point and the desire are bigger concepts to talk about than the value or even the fix. Right? So on average, how long is an average reel for you guys?
50 seconds to a minute.
Yeah, 45 to 60 seconds. Right? Let's say out of 45 to 60 seconds, for retention rate, let's cut this down to 35 seconds. Okay? That way we have a little bit better retention. Okay? So out of 35 seconds, how many of those seconds should be based on the desire and pain point?
The first 3 to 5.
The hook should be about 3 to 5, but actually talk about pain and desire should probably be around the full 15 seconds.
It's kind of like
start with the hint of it, inside of the hook, right? Just so we're kind of clear on that.
Yeah, so the hook should be like 3 seconds,
right.
But then you build off it.
Right.
For like 15 seconds, right? You really want to sell the dream on them.
But we should have some form of reference to the pain in the hook, right? To keep them watching.
Exactly.
Okay.
Right?
That's what I meant. Okay, fine.
So from there, 15 seconds, that leaves us with who's good at math? 35 seconds, 15 seconds. How much time do we have left? Holy shit.
20.
20 seconds.
You guys sure? You need a calculator?
Nope.
Okay. You sure?
We got 20 seconds left. We spent 15.
50.
All right, good. I'm just making sure. Okay.
Yeah.
So now we have 20 seconds. Those 20 extra seconds, that's where we go to what we call the fix or value. Fix or value leads to what?
CTA.
God, I love you, dude. I was seconds away from snapping. I didn't take my meds today, boys. I was so pissed. All right, there we go. CTA. Someone want to tell me what a CTA means?
Call to action.
Yeah. What kind of CTA, right? There's 3 types of CTAs. What types of CTAs do we tend to do on a reel?
Comment, keyword, save.
So
Like
there we
soft and
go.
hard.
So there we go. Keyword.
Comment,
So that's a keyword.
right? DM,
DM.
and then follow.
Oh, fuck me. Okay. Follow. Okay, so we have comment, keyword. We have DM keyword. So yeah, you're not wrong. And then follow. Okay. So from our CTAs, in priority of what we should do them, what's the kind of order that we should put these in like priority to do them for?
Follow
Yeah.
first, right?
Danny, raise your damn hand, okay?
My bad.
Go sit outside. Put your desk outside for a few minutes, dude. Come back in after you cool down. Was anyone in here like a desk outside of the classroom type of kid? Yeah. My ADHD, bro. I was just fucking drumming on the fucking desk or some shit. I couldn't even drum. It sounded like shit. I went to an all black school and everyone just said I was shitty at drumming because I had no rhythm. It was horrendous, dude. I was drumming out of ADHD. Apparently it wasn't even that good. So then I started doing air guitar. And it was fucking way worse. All right. So there we go. So what's the first one, Ethan?
Okay. Honestly,
Uh-oh.
my personal opinion, I'm gonna say keyword because motherfuckers are lazy. But if they genuinely see value out of the video, I would say follow. But from my data that I've collected, keyword has worked best for me. But I could be wrong.
Okay. So the data is good, and that's awesome for you. I'm happy. Raise your hand if you're happy that he's collected data. Me too. I'm very happy you're researching and collecting data. The only thing is, what happens when somebody does your keyword? So let's say they say keyword, they go gay. Okay. Let's say their keyword is gay because you help men not be gay anymore. Okay. I'm just saying that because some guy called you a queer today. So let's say your keyword is gay. They comment that. What do you do from there?
You have to DM them, right? You have to reach out to them.
How often do people see one video and then feel comfortable enough to really DM you?
Yeah, dude.
Not very often, right?
They have to be nurtured. I know this, bro. I know exactly what. Like, fuck. But like, it's weird because, like, you know what I mean. You'd be convicted if, like, for some reason,
You
my
think so?
retention. Sorry.
You think so? But dude, I'm not gonna lie. Have any of you ever commented a keyword on someone's post? Raise your hand. I have. No, my ass literally did it to funnel hack somebody and see if they had better systems than me. They didn't. So I did it literally just to get a free system and see if their shit was better. It was not. So from there, that's what I mean. A keyword, they'll comment. You might DM them. They might not even see it because guess what? They don't fucking follow you. So now you go to their requested. The average person doesn't check their requested because they don't even get a notification. Right?
True.
So from there, we're going to put keyword at number 2. Okay? What's number 1? Follow. Okay? So follow is going to be our number 1. Somebody tell me why follow is more important than the keyword. Danny.
It's the least amount of work.
Yeah, so that's what we call low leverage. Okay? So 1, it's low leverage. What else? Joe.
I want them to see my stories. I be spitting game.
Exactly. So stories plus what? They follow. What else are they going to see?
The other videos.
More of you. So what happens when somebody sees more of you?
Nurtured.
Now they get nurtured. Is somebody more likely to reply to a DM after they're nurtured or just from like one random DM from a guy they saw on their Explore page?
Nurtured.
Yeah, right? If they see your stories, they see your mid-funnel content, they see some of your more top funnel content, they're going to this, even though, you know, keyword, they're asking to be DM'd, majority of the time when somebody comments gay and you DM them, they don't see it. But if they follow you, one, like Danny said, it's low leverage. Two, like Joe tried to say, you overcomplicated it. They get nurtured. When it's a low leverage task, they do it. Right? It's like, low leverage task, eat an apple. High leverage task, eat 5 apples under 10 minutes. Or under fucking, I could probably do that. But in 30 seconds. That's a high leverage task. So this is what we're ranking here is what the most leverage and most conversion would actually be on. Somebody tell me which one statistically actually takes the longest for them to like actually buy from you. After all these CTAs, which one takes the longest for them to buy from you?
DM.
Sorry?
The DM, the third one.
No. That's actually if it works, it's the fastest.
Yeah, as if they reach out to you. Is it? Yeah, no.
Saying DM and then CTA is like me being like, DM me the word prestige and I'll do this, right?
Mm.
Or if you want to work with me, DM me prestige and I'll see if you're a good fit, whatever the fuck, right? If you notice, I don't ever say DM. I don't even think I say it. Do I say it in my? I don't even know if I say it in my bio. Maybe I do. Actually, it does work. So the reason that it works for me is because people who come from my YouTube will go to my Instagram and then they see that when they follow me or when they like look at my page, right? So that's the only real DM I do is in my bio. Yeah, Ethan?
So I've noticed with your content too, and actually this is perfect time to insert this question, but
It sucks, I know.
you put a lot of, and I do like this idea, especially with your ads, is follow and you put at Andrew Wilkes. And honestly, like from what we've gathered over this, like I just want to know how your data has been with that, like the follow.
76% more follow rate.
Okay, because I'm gonna explore that because I've been using a lot of keyword shit and it's kind of like died down a bit. So I think I'm gonna change my CTA.
So this video I just dropped it, but consistent businesses online all have. So I put here. This helps the follow Andrew Wilkes. That probably adds like a 40% follow rate.
Something in common. It's not a big following, it's not going viral, and it's not some secret growth hack that you don't know about. Coach with 1,000 followers who builds connection and relationship with his viewers will outperform a viral coach and a famous coach all day long. Because people buy from people they trust, and trust comes from relationships, not virality. Most online coaches are playing the game for reach, and that's why they're losing. Smart coaches are building relationships with their viewers, and that's why they're winning. If you want to learn the relationship first approach into getting clients, follow me right now.
Yeah. This adds about 30 extra % follow rate, especially on our like ads or our like mid funnel content. Okay. So this adds about 40, this adds about 20. In total, you're adding what? Somebody who's good at math?
60.
60, which 60% on the basic is pretty good. If we don't put in the caption and we don't put it on the screen, we lose 60% return rate on them actually following. Ethan?
Really random, but does the color green for the background do something in terms of like those small details?
No.
Okay.
It might and it might not. To be honest with you, I'll get back to you at the end of the month because I've ran probably 30 ads with 30 different colors and each of them are different. Some of them are black, some of them are white, some of them are orange, some of them are no clue, no fucking clue, but that's why I'm trying it.
Perfect.
If I find out that all the ones with blue brought me, all the blue videos bring me in $1 million, I'll let you know. Convert to a client. Out of all these CTAs, follow, keyword, DM, comment, DM, or follow. Which one actually has the fastest conversion rate?
Well, you said DM.
DM. Right? Which one's actually the slowest?
Keyword.
No.
No?
That would be second fastest.
Okay, so follow, but
Follow.
they'd be more nurtured.
Because it doesn't go exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. So technically, if everything goes right, if you have 3 people who all do your keyword, or 3 people who actually do all 3 of the CTAs, but then they actually follow through the way it's supposed to work, right? It goes, follows the slowest every time. Then keyword, then DM. Okay? But the thing is, this is actually the highest conversion. It might be the slowest, but it's the highest conversion. That's why for us, raise your hand if it took you more than like probably 4 days to book in with me in our DM process. Should be everyone but Dennis, because Dennis was a little different. Ethan, it took you like a month. It took you like 2 months.
Our first call, brother, was like 1 to 2 days.
Yeah, but you didn't buy. But you stuck around and followed. If you weren't following, there would never have been a second call. Right? So that's what I mean. Is we want to make sure that there's a time period of them getting nurtured, which is why follow. Also, following, raise your hand if you can see who follows you. Yeah. So everyone should be able to see who fuck follows them. Dennis, can you not see who follows you? There you go. Right? You can see who follows you. So it's not like if they, if they follow instead of DM or keyword, do they fall out of your pipeline? Fuck no. Can somebody tell me what a pipeline is before I start using words that don't make sense to you guys? What's pipeline mean? Dan, your hands should go up so fucking fast. You're in sales, dude.
It's like a process. Like they start here and then they go down the.
It's just a lead funnel. It's basically a pipeline to a list of leads. If they follow, they're still in that, right? So that's what we want to do. Is I would recommend number one is doing follow for more. Low leverage, then they get nurtured. They stay in your fucking funnel. Okay. So with that being said, a hook, is everyone still paying attention? Or is this too long for you guys? Where's your attention span at? Okay, good. So the hook is easy once you come up with the big idea. Somebody tell me what the big idea is.
Desire pain point.
There you go. That's 80% of your energy on this. You need to spend 80% of your energy locking in on what exactly their desire and pain point is and how exactly you can say it in a way that actually makes sense. So if it takes you fucking 30 minutes to come up with that, that's fine. That's fine. But guess what? Raise your hand if you have an ICP worksheet. Raise your hand if it's completed. Damn, Danny, you suck at being a client. Or are you frozen? Oh, Danny's, I think, frozen. Danny definitely has his done.
I'm cutting out.
Yeah, you're fine. But you don't need to fucking think about it because all your desires and pain points and objections and skepticisms are in there. So 80% of your energy is to basically just look on your sheet and figure out which one's going to hit the best and then figure out how to say it. Does that make sense? Okay. So your own knowledge, plan out a few talking points. So own knowledge. Can somebody tell me what I mean by your own knowledge?
Personal experience, story.
No.
Okay.
Your ICP worksheet. That's your knowledge on that's a list of your knowledge on your exact fucking ICP's pain points and desires. Okay? Okay. So with that being said, any questions about that before we move on? Okay. It doesn't matter the value you provide if no one's listening, which is why we talk about attention. Attention is money. So somebody tell me what grabs attention again.
Good hook.
Fuck, I was about to say nobody say hook. What's a good hook?
Desire.
Pain point.
There you go. I'm going to say this over and over again because I want it drilled in your head. I don't think you guys are retarded, but I want it drilled in your head. Because if I say it once, it's going to go by. It's going to just fucking in and out. I'm trying to drill it in there. Okay? It's like if I was training you how to fight, I would punch you in the face until you keep your gloves up. Okay? So attention equals what? Money. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Raise your hand if you want money. Okay? So how do you do that?
Attention.
How do you get attention?
Desire and pain point.
There you fucking go. Okay. So how to create effective hooks. Somebody tell me how.
Derivatives.
What's the derivatives? Give me the three in order.
First physical, second emotional, third status.
Fuck yeah. Good. That makes sense? We have to go over it again? Good. I'm drilling it in because I'm not going to lie. It says it in your worksheets. It says it in that. I've said it a bunch of times, but now I'm really making sure we hammer in on it because I'm watching some of your videos and the hooks fucking suck. Okay? I'm invested in your business. I make money from you guys making money. And sometimes I literally see I scroll on your videos sometimes because the hook doesn't even fucking it's like, if you're fat, and I'm like, what the fuck? Scroll. What's this retard saying? That's how it feels sometimes. I'm like, this guy's learning English still. I'm not listening to that. Hook equals attention. A hook is desire. Talking about their desire is how you get their attention. It's like raise your hand. Somebody raise your hand. Okay. Dennis, you haven't raised your hand in a while. What's your dream car?
What's the model?
Ooh, which one? DB12 Vantage?
Is it a 707?
Okay, sick. That's a version of a Vantage. That's nice. Dude, I was gonna say, if you said fucking Valhalla, we got a lot of fucking clients to sign. Have you seen the Valhalla? That shit's nasty. I sat one in Miami. Those shits are crazy. $3 million car, no Apple CarPlay. I literally said that to the fucking manager there. I was like, this shit has no CarPlay. I'm not like, who's paying $3 million for that? They can't even listen to music. And then he started the car. I was like, yeah, I would never listen to music in this thing. I just listen to the car. But with that being said, so for example, Dennis, you want an Aston Martin 707, right? So if you scrolled on your page and a video popped up and it's like, here's the benefits of a fucking Toyota Corolla. Are you going to scroll? Yeah. Yep. But if a fucking video pops up and goes, here's an Aston Martin 707 and exactly the stats on it. You going to watch it?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Because that's what I want.
What does it mean to want something?
Desire.
Is it clocking to y'all now? Does everyone thumbs up if this starts to make sense now? Okay? Desire. Last one. Humans notice differences. Difference in visuals, tonality, what you say, your beliefs, and your values. Right? You need to be unique and you need to be different. Raise your hand if there's something unique about you. Ethan, what's unique and different about you?
I would say my ability to empathize and understand different personality types. So it's like I can, my ICP, like there's certain. 1 second, sorry.
So can my mom. You just described my mom. My mom's very empathetic.
Okay, well, I mean, I guess a trait of myself, like I know how fucking hardworking I am. Like I got shit done while working in fucking 50-hour weeks in construction. I trained for a marathon. Like I'm pretty proud to say that I don't let shit get in the way.
That's unique. Yeah, that's unique.
No excuses.
You
know what I mean?
You work a construction job and you train for a marathon, you lost a fuck ton of weight. Yeah, that's unique.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. Also, you have ADHD. You're a high energy person.
That was my third point.
You were a people pleaser your entire life. Guess what? I was a people pleaser my entire life, and I was miserable until I started doing something for myself. Bang. So it's like even different visuals, right? Like try different visuals, try unique scenery, try unique areas, try like doing something that like you haven't normally done, right? Like Joe, fuck, you're doing really well with the Miro board videos. Try a Miro board video somewhere else. You know what I mean? Do it in your car. Do it at the gym.
Wait, that's actually an insane idea. Miro board with car background is like double the dopamine for the person.
Yeah, I've never seen someone do that.
Yo, wait, I'm gonna grab my laptop and do that.
See what I mean? See how what is that? Difference in visuals. What is that? It's a difference. What do humans notice? Differences in visuals, tonality, right? So what's different? Like Dennis, biggest thing for you is your tonality, your energy, and how you speak, what you say, whether it's controversial or how you say it. What's different, right? What are your values and beliefs? You know what I mean? Like, what's unique about you? What's special about you? What's your opinion, right? What different visuals can you use? What values or beliefs do you have? What tonality can you use that's different? What can you say that's not of the norm? And what differences? What's different for you? What's a unique visual you can use? What's a unique belief you have? What's a separation of tonality? What do you say that's different? Right? Think about those things in your hooks and in your videos. Be different. Right? One thing we like to look at is somebody will do this type of video.
On-screen text, talking head maybe?
No, it's a box video.
A box?
It's a square video.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Somebody did this. That got attention. So what did other people do? They copied it. They copied it. And now guess what? It's dead. But what happened to this person? This person here did this. The copycats did this. Why'd this do this? But when other people did it, it did this. What was the difference here? What was the what's the difference between going up and down with it?
The person who did it's like the front runner of the trend, I guess.
Bang. What does it mean to be a front runner? They were
you're known for it.
They were different.
Yeah.
They had their own creativity. They had their own, like, they tried something new. They didn't just copy people. Right? Because here's how it works. The internet, right? Say this is a bar. There's only enough in here. Say this is like a health bar for attention. Right? It can only go so far. The attention can only go so far. So guess what? The first person to do it is going to get majority of it. Everyone else, so one person gets all this, 100,000 people get this. Your goal is to be creative and unique enough that you can get that instead of somebody else getting this, that you get this attention, not this attention. If you get this from being unique and different and trying new things, that's $100K a month because you got all the attention. Here, is a 3 to 8K a month. Let's get after it, boys. Okay? Was today a good team call?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Beautiful. All right, let's get after it, boys. Okay? God bless everyone running up today, okay?